Hey guys, so today I'm going to be posting a second video for you guys, and usually I wouldn't post 2 videos in one day, but I promised you all that once finals and stuff were over that I would post all kinds of videos for you. And so today was my last day of finals, so here we are. And I was just overwhelmed and I had a lot to do and I just didn't have enough time to do everything at once. So now you guys have all my time and I will be recording videos probably almost every day. So today's video is going to be an eyeshadow palette video. I've had a lot of requests for just people asking me what the best eyeshadow is, what the best palettes are, either Sephora or even at Walmart. So I'm just going to give you a little bit of everything, drugstore and high-end. So let's just go ahead and get started. I'm going to show you the first palette that I ever bought, and it is the Too Faced Smokey Eye Palette. And mine is he's in a little rough shape. The top comes, I've had him forever, so the top doesn't even go on him anymore. And the palette is just falling out of the thing. Okay, so if you can see that right there, obviously I pulled these out because I hit pan on them. But this was just a really nice, dark, dramatic palette if you like smoky eyes. I had a friend recommend this to me and I tried it and I really liked it. But at the same time, sometimes I couldn't get the look I wanted out of this palette, so I don't know if I would repurchase this again. But if you like dark colors, I mean, they're really pigmented, and I bought this from Sephora, so if you like a dramatic eye, then this would probably be the palette for you. The next palette that I am going to show you is the Too Faced Natural at Night palette. I would definitely repurchase this one over the Smoky Eye palette just because the colors are so much more workable and they're neutral. So I mean, you could use these for everyday looks and they just never fail. I mean, you can get so many looks out of them, and you can see the shades Full Moon and Nightlight, those 2 shimmery shades I've hit pan on up here, and these 2 right here. I just love them. They're so good. They have good pigmentation. I've had this palette forever and it's still doing good. And I mean, I have quite a bit of shadow left there. So I got this one at Sephora again for $36. Next, I'm going to show you guys some awesome drugstore finds. And next, I'm going to show you guys some awesome drugstore finds. And I have all these little palettes from Wet n Wild, and you're going to be like, oh my gosh, I'm never going to be able to buy this many palettes. But on the plus side, they're really cheap. So, I mean, you can have all kinds of colors for a little bit of nothing, and you don't even have to spend a lot of money. And just because they're cheap doesn't mean that they're not good, because some of these are way better than any of the high-end brands that I bought. Like that Too Faced Smoky Eye Palette. I would take some of these over that one any day. This one right here, this is a trio. The color's not really showing up too good on here, but this one is Silent Treatment, and it's a trio by Wet n Wild, and they cost about $2.99. You get 2 little applicators down there, which I don't use, but then you get 3 really nice pigmented colors right here. And I have quite a few of these little trios. I have this I Got Good Jeans palette. These are really, like, obviously jeans, really blue colors, and then a gold right here. They all also are really pigmented. I have another one. This one is called Knock on Wood. And I haven't used it as much, but I mean, again, they're just such great colors. They're always there if I need them. And I mean, they were cheap enough, so why not? And then as you'll be able to tell, I've really liked this one. And this is my favorite trio from their collection, and it is called Walking on Eggshells. These are actually dupes for 3 MAC shadows. So if you like MAC eyeshadows and you don't want to spend $12.50 in eyeshadow, here's 3 for $2.99. So I'll swatch these for you because these are great, great colors. Before I do, this is comparable to MAC's Shroom, which is a highlighting color. This is comparable to MAC's Cork. And this is comparable to MAC's Naked Lunch. And let me tell you, they are identical. For real. I mean, they are just... I feel like they go on better than MAC's do. And they're just so creamy. If you want a creamy eyeshadow, Wet n Wild is the way to go. So if you can see there, this is Shroom, which the dupe for Shroom. This is the dupe for Cork and the dupe for Naked Lunch. And I mean, they're just so pigmented and beautiful. I just use these all the time. I also have 3 big palettes of Wet n Wild. Let me find them. Alright, I'm on a hunt. Okay. I also have 3 big palettes of Wet n Wild. And the first one that I have is Blue Had Me at Hello. Looks like that. You get 8 shades in here, and this one's like $5, and you cannot beat 8 eyeshadows for $5. And I'm not sure which ones they are, but I know that this has one MAC dupe in there somewhere. But this is the blackest black eyeshadow I've ever used. It beats MAC's Carbon any day. And you got a really black shimmery color, and all these obviously are navy and light blue, so that's another awesome one if you don't want to spend a lot of money at somewhere like Sephora. This one is called Petal Pusher. And I hit pan on this color right here, so obviously I took it out, which I probably shouldn't have done so I could show you guys. But this one is more of a purple, pinky purple tone shade. And if you can see right here, the only thing that I don't like about this Wet n Wild line, they are so creamy, and sometimes that allows for fallout, and they kind of get into the lighter eyeshadows a little bit, and it kind of aggravates me because then whenever I try to put my brush in it, it just blends it in with the shade. So if you do buy these, what I would recommend to do, that I know now that I didn't before, you're going to have to, like, you know, blow all the excess off of it. So then the last palette that I have from Wet n Wild is the Comfort Zone. And this is a great, great dupe for the Naked, or no, not Naked, Too Faced, no. The last palette I have from Wet n Wild is the Comfort Zone palette. And this one is a great dupe for Too Faced Natural at Night. As you can see, all these are those really pretty natural neutral colors, and then you have some greens and browns over here too. And they're just so pretty, and I just love this the most out of those big Wet n Wild palettes. So again, I would recommend Wet n Wild palettes over some. I mean, I feel like they're essential to my collection because they're just so creamy and pigmented, and I can pick them up, especially if I run out. You know, they're so convenient for me to get, and they're super cheap, so that's always a plus. And then the next palette I have, which this was on my very first video of my fall favorites. It's the Z palette by Makeup Geek. You can get that from makeupgeek.com, which I'll put all the links below. And I have these little colors right here. They're kind of a mess. Not in order like I usually have them. But I'll go over these again with you. This one is Bling Shimma Shimma. Shimma Shimma. And this one is Peach Smoothie. Yeah. Peach Smoothie. Creme Brulee. Cocoa Bear. Moon Dust. Prom Night, Drama Queen, and Corrupt. And those, I mean, they're just so good. Again, these are $5.99 a shadow, which still beats MAC's $12.50. They're so creamy and pigmented. Again, this black is a really nice black color if that's what you're looking for. This little blue guy up here, he came, I bought a Sedona lace brush, and he came as a little sample gift. So I haven't really used him, but I guess if you can find it on their website if you want to check it out. And then I have the Stila, I don't know how you pronounce it, but it's Stila in the light palette. And these look like this. And again, it came with a little eyeliner in here that's a brown shade, and I have it on my eyes today if you want to. And today was actually the first day that I'd ever used it, and it glided on so creamy and smooth. And usually if I have a pencil or like a retractable eyeliner, I'm just sitting here like scraping to get it on there. But this one, I mean, as soon as I touched it to my eye, it just was like coming out, and I was like, oh my gosh, like this is awesome. And also my eyes today are from the Comfort Zone Wet n Wild palette, so that just gives you an idea of a neutral eye that you can do. But back to the Stila in the light palette. These again are creamy, but some of them don't come off as well as I'd like them to, like as far as pigment and being able to blend them out. And those are mainly the matte shades. This one, Bear, Bliss, and Sandstone, I have a hard time getting them to give me a lot of pigment on my finger or on my eyeshadow, and it kind of aggravates me a little bit. But my favorite shade by far, and even if you don't want to purchase this palette, Kitten, this shade Kitten is amazing. Like, you need to go out and get it like right now. It is so good. And I don't know why it's so good, because I feel like I have other shades like it, but I can swatch all the shades I have similar to it, and nothing compares to it, and I'm just like amazed by it. I mean, I thought Naked Lunch or the Wet n Wild Walking on Eggshells dupe of MAC's Naked Lunch would be like, whoa, would be like this, but it's not. It's just one of its own. I mean, they really did a good job with it. The next palette I have, well, the last one that I'm going to show you today is the Anastasia Lavish palette. I think I might have showed this in my fall favorites video also. And it looks like that, and you open it up, get this awesome little booklet in here. And again, I'm not going to show you all the stuff that I had the first time, because y'all have already seen this. But it has all the little looks and how you can recreate them. And then you have the palette itself, and I would say that this is a palette for somebody who likes different eye looks and is somewhat experienced in makeup. Not necessarily like a makeup artist or anything, but, you know, just somebody who, if you like to apply your eyeshadow often, then this would be for you, because there's some really, I don't want to use the word funky because I don't feel like that's what I'm trying to go for. But there's some just really unique colors in here. And I feel like if somebody who doesn't normally apply eyeshadow try to put on pink sapphire or moss, you might be looking a little crazy. So, I mean, if you want to buy this, anyone can buy this if you're wanting the brown shades in it and stuff. And I mean, even if you want to experiment, you know, go with it and go ahead and get it and try the moss and the pink sapphire. But personally, I feel like I'm really good at my eyeshadow, and even sometimes I have a hard time using moss and pink sapphire just because they're shades that I'm not typically used to wearing. So that's, I don't know, you just take it for what it is and decide if that's something you want to purchase or not. I mean, I love it, but I know everybody doesn't love the same thing. So, but the only problem I have is some of them, like these lighter shades, which I noticed in the Stila palette, whatever. These right here, I have a hard time getting those on my brush too and getting a good color payoff. But the rest of them are definitely worth trying. Okay, so the reason this was the last palette is because I have other palettes, but the other palettes that I have are the Urban Decay Naked palettes. And I love those palettes. And I just ordered Naked 3 today, and whew, I'm so excited about it. Like, let me tell you, I went through some serious trouble getting this palette to review for you guys. It came out on Urban Decay like a month ago or so, and of course it sold out. As soon as I got the email, I went to check it, boom, out of stock. I was like, you've got to be kidding me. So I went and checked on it again, and again, out of stock. Well, then Sephora and Ulta get it online, and I'm like, oh yeah, here we go. Well, I get on there, out of stock, out of stock. I have looked for this palette to be in stock for like a week. So today, before my finals, I was here at my house, and I was in bed, and I was looking at my phone, and I was like, maybe I should check and see if those sites, you know, if they're in stock. So I was looking, and Sephora was out of stock. Urban Decay was out of stock. Ulta was out of stock, and I was like, who else would carry Urban Decay? So I got to thinking, I was like, Macy's. Macy's has like some of the stuff that Sephora has. So I get on there and I search Urban Decay Naked 3. Boom, in stock, click, add to cart. I was like, I have to have this. So I ordered that, and it was in stock. I got a free gift with it, like this primer and some of their foundation. So I'll review that for you guys also. But the reason I didn't want to show you the Naked palettes that I already have is because I'm going to do an Urban Decay Naked palette showdown video for you whenever my Naked palette comes in. And believe me, as soon as it comes in, there will be a video up about it because I'm hype about this thing. If you want to buy it and go ahead and try it out before I review it, you can check Macy's, Urban Decay, Sephora, Ulta to see if it's in stock. But I really liked the Macy's deal because you got a little free gift if you spent $50. So that was a really good deal for me. So I guess that's all I have for this eyeshadow video. So stay tuned for that Urban Decay palette video that I have coming up. And thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.